Greetings folks, and welcome to yet another video. Today we've got two old titans of tech. Yeah, well, kind of. Today we've got the mid-card champions of both Nvidia and AMD circa 2015. Neither one of these cards were really high-end monster cards of their respective brands, but they were high performance for their time. In the green corner, we have the GTX 980 sporting 2040 CUDA cores overclocked to 1500 MHz with 4GB of VRAM clocked at 2050 MHz. In the red corner, we have the R9 Fury with its 3584 stream processors clocked at 1150 MHz and 4GB of HBM memory clocked at 500 MHz. Yes, lots of hertz to keep track of there. Each card was tested in my Ryzen 7 1700 rig clocked at 3.85 GHz with 16GB of 3200 MHz DDR4 memory. We'll be taking a look at how these two perform in 5 synthetic benchmarks and 15 games. All the games tested will be at 1080p. The games vary in age, with most being from 2016 and 2017. I've done my best not to include any games from before 2015. Oh, and just so you know, all the gameplay and the benchmark footage is taken from my personal rig. It's just B-roll. Just disclosing that now in case anyone was wondering. With all that out of the way, let's see how these two stack up after nearly 3 years. In synthetic benchmarks, the results were kind of a wash. While the 980 had dominating victories in Heaven and Valley, both older benchmarks it should be noted, the Fury absolutely thrashed it in superposition and both 3D mark tests. But what about gaming? Well, it seems things are a bit too close to call. Both the Fury and the 980 provide more than playable performance. Each card took home their fair share of wins, but who provided the better overall experience? For that, let's take a look at the overall results. The Fury wins out an average FPS, but only by a single frame, while the 980 is winning out on minimums by a scant 2 frames per second. Looking at the raw numbers, neither card has really won, so which would I recommend? When asking this, I have to take a look at their price on the used market. And taking a gander over at eBay, it's kind of clear who the winner is. At the time of this recording, you can find an R9 Fury for around $320 or $350, but the 980 is far cheaper, as low as $250. Assuming you're not already using or planning on picking up a variable refresh rate monitor, then go for the GTX 980. Taking FreeSync and G-Sync into consideration, we're back to a dead heat. FreeSync monitors are far cheaper than G-Sync, so in this instance, go with whichever card you really feel like. But that does it for this video, folks. I hope you've really enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.